Okay, I don't anticipate that we will finish this today. But this is the 100th day of school area and perimeter challenge. You are going to be given a group of 4 students, yourself plus 3 more. Put your name on this line, and then when I give you your group, you will put the other 3 names here. You will have a bag that has 100 Legos in it for the 100th day of school. With those 100 Legos, you and your group are going to try to make a rectangle that either has the largest area or the largest perimeter. In your red math folder, in your red math folder, you should have, at least hopefully a couple people in your group have, the worksheet that we did when we solved the pony and going to the dogs. Do we remember this worksheet? If you will go back and look at that worksheet, you should be able to think about building a rectangle that has the largest area and the largest perimeter and what that might look like. Everyone has 100 Legos. They're not all the same size Legos. Okay, your pack might have some bigger ones than others. Now, when we are talking about a rectangle, unfortunately, we don't have the flat Lego board to build on. I am only concerned with the base of your structure of what you build. The base of it has to be a rectangle. So you're going to have to put Legos on top of it to get it to stick together, right? Right? You understand what I'm saying? Only the base of it has to be a rectangle. Now you want most of your Legos to go to the base because that's going to make it bigger, right? Okay, but you're going to have some Legos on top to make it stick together. We're only measuring the area and perimeter of your base of your rectangle. So, before you are able to start building, you and your group need to answer these 2 questions. What should we think about to create the rectangle with the largest area? This is where referring to this worksheet might be helpful. Then you need to answer the question, what should we think about to create the rectangle with the largest perimeter? You're only making 1 rectangle, but I will have a prize for the group that gets one with the largest area and the group that makes the one with the largest perimeter. Okay? So, once you have answered these 2 questions, restating the question, writing in a complete sentence, and a thoughtful answer that shows me that you actually went back and looked at some previous work, Mrs. Dale or myself will give you your bag of 100 Legos. Then you can start building. I recommend building on a solid surface, like the hard floor or a desk. Okay, I'll just wait. Once you have built your rectangle, then you are going to measure the dimensions to the nearest centimeter. Can anyone tell me what does the word dimensions mean? If we're going to measure the dimensions, what does that mean? I need a ruler. What are the dimensions? Lexi. No, what are the dimensions? Addie. Okay, let's not just say sides. It's more than that. Length and width. When we say dimensions, so if you didn't know that, underline that word and then above it write length and width. You have to know what you're measuring. The word says measure the dimensions. That means measure the length and the width. So let's pretend for a minute that this is my Lego rectangle. Okay? And I have it built. And now my partners and I have to measure the length and the width. I want you to look carefully at how I'm doing this. I'm going to zoom in. First of all, it says to measure in centimeters. So you need to be on the side that says centimeters. If it is not labeled on your ruler, centimeters, then you should know that inches are larger than centimeters. So go to the side that has the largest or the smaller measurement, which is centimeters. Okay, when I measure, notice that this line right here means 0. Are you paying attention? This line right here is 0. That's not the edge of my ruler. So I need to line up my rectangle with the edge of this line, not the edge of the ruler. Does that make sense? Okay, and then it says to measure to the nearest centimeter. Jackson, are you with me? So this is 12.1 centimeters. What is the nearest centimeter? What does that mean? 12.1. What's the nearest centimeter, Derek? 12. It's closer to 12 than 13. So when I come down here and it says draw a model, not the actual size of your rectangle, because I hope that your rectangle would not really fit down here on this part of the page, then you're going to draw your model using a straight edge, and you're going to label this 12 centimeters. Okay, and then whatever length the other side is, so I'm going to measure that one. Okay, what's wrong with what I'm doing now? What's wrong with what I'm doing? Kinsley, I'm on inches. I need to flip it to the centimeter side. Now what's wrong with what I'm doing? Look really closely. Now what's wrong with what I'm doing? Sorry, I have something white. That's probably not the best thing to use. Jordan, I'm at the very edge of my ruler, and that is not where my measurement starts. So I need to move it down. Okay, and now what's my closest centimeter? What's the closest centimeter, guys? Callie? 9. So then when I draw my other side, it is 9 centimeters. But that's not a rectangle. Sorry, my video is not good. That's not a rectangle. A rectangle needs to go this way and this way. Okay, so it's 12 centimeters by 9 centimeters. Okay, it's 12 for the length, 9 for the width. Once you have this much done, then you can go back and complete the area and the perimeter. But you have to get your structure built today, because block 2 is going to use the Legos, so we won't be able to save them for block 2, okay, for you to finish Monday. You have to finish the Legos today, and you have to measure the length and the width today. Am I clear? Okay, so you have to use all 100 Legos. Now, I would not spend any more than 5 minutes on this, or you're not going to have time to build your structure. Okay? So that means as soon as you get to your group, you need to be looking at this worksheet and trying to figure out what do we need to think about to create the greatest area and the greatest perimeter. And you need to quickly write that question in a complete sentence. Don't come up to me with something that's not a complete sentence, or you're just wasting time and you're not going to have very much time to build. Okay? Okay. I am just going to make